everybody, how are you going? I hope that you've had a great start to your 2018 and are sticking to your resolutions. Before I start this video, I just want to let you know that I am filming a Q&A next week, so if you have any question for me whatsoever, leave it as a comment down below or leave me an Instagram DM. It can be about absolutely anything and I will try to answer them as best as I can. So I've kind of stopped making New Year's resolutions because I can never really stick to them, and I know that's really uninspirational. I always just get disappointed a few days into January because I've normally broken whatever New Year's resolution I've tried to set myself. But you know, I always have on my mind the usual things like get fit and flexible and stay that way, stay consistent with my YouTube uploads, and try to go somewhere or do something or learn something completely new that I've never done before. And I may not know exactly what these things are at this point, but as long as I come up with ideas and accomplish them at some point throughout the year. So my plan for the year, some of it is set in stone and some of it's ideas, but here goes. I am going snowboarding this Saturday! I think when I upload this video, I will be leaving first thing in the morning the next day, and I am just absolutely beside myself with excitement. We will be going to the French Alps, and I literally just booked it like last week, so it's a very last minute trip, but we will be making a video of the adventure, and yeah, what a flipping great way to start 2018, providing I don't break anything. Then later on in January, I have a very exciting adventure going somewhere in the UK, but we actually don't know where yet. It's with Lake Rooms, and I think a couple of days beforehand we're going to be spinning some kind of Wheel of Fortune to determine where we're gonna go that weekend, which is just absolutely hilarious, and it just sounds like so much fun, and I can't wait to make a really fun video out of that. But then 23rd of Jan, I've got the big whammy of a flight. I am going to Australia. Buzzing I am. I am heading to Perth where my sister lives. I've been heading over there for their summertime for about 4 years in a row now, and it's just a dream. I love it there and I cannot wait to go back. And my flight is another long one. It's not as bad as my 50-hour flight, but I think it's something like 35 hours and I have something like a 15-hour layover in Jakarta, Indonesia. Unfortunately, it's not in the daytime, it's overnight. So I've just booked myself into a hotel near the airport, but oh my god, if it was in the daytime, I would have gone and explored Jakarta for the day. That would have been so much fun, but no, just overnight in Jakarta. And I will arrive in Perth just before Australia Day. Whoop. I plan on spending around 4 weeks in Perth. My plan whilst I'm over there primarily is creating Perth content. So you may or may not have heard, and I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but Qantas Airlines are launching direct flights from London to Perth, a 17-hour flight, which is long, but how incredible is that? To be able to literally hop on a plane in Heathrow, which is literally like 15 minutes from my house, get on that plane, and then when you get off that same plane, you're in Australia. Like, mind blown. And they launch in March 2018, literally in like 3 months time. And although I'm not going to be on one of their flights, I know that with these new direct flights there's going to be a lot more Brits coming to Perth, and rightly so. It's an awesome place, there's so much to do there. So I think being there in February is just the most perfect timing for me to make some awesome Perth content, really promoting it, really showing what you can do there and how awesome it is. And I'm going to be doing the odd usual travel vlog here and there in Perth as well, so that'll be good. I don't have plans to go anywhere else in Australia other than Western Australia yet, but it really all just depends on finances and stuff. I'd love to head out over to Melbourne if I have the opportunity, but we will see. And after that, I'm a bit of an open book. I will probably either go to Bali or the Philippines. Those are my 2 big bucket list destinations for this year. Bali I've been to before, but I just want to go and live there for a while, to be honest. I want to explore a bit there, make some awesome content. I want to learn how to surf properly, and I reckon I will probably be going to Bali straight after Perth first. And then Philippines, I just want to explore. I want to be there for at least a few months to get as much as I want to get done. And I want to create videos, I want to meet loads of backpackers, I want to meet the locals, I want to do loads of really fun traditional Filipino things, and I also want to become a scuba diving dive master. Maybe that's a bit ambitious, but it's an idea, okay? At the end of April, I have an exciting press trip in the Caribbean, so I somehow need to get myself there. Please don't ask me how I'm going to get from Southeast Asia to there. I'll probably end up coming home, to be honest, like mid-April, and you know, that'll make my mum happy, as I will have been away for like 2.5 months at that point, and I can catch up with family, friends and work. But then after the Caribbean, the plan is to head back to Southeast Asia, either to Bali or the Philippines, whichever one I haven't done yet. I know this all sounds very specific, but you know, knowing me, my year won't actually be anything like this, but it's always good to have an idea, and if nothing else comes up, this is what I'll do, and this is what I know I want to do. I need to be back in Europe for August because I have a very exciting sailing trip around the Greek islands with med sailors. This is another bucket list thing for me, and just Greece in general. I'm actually a quarter Greek and I have never been to Greece, so that will be a really fun summer trip. We'll go scuba diving, snorkeling, paddleboarding, scootering around these tiny little Greek islands. We're going to be living on the sailing boat the whole time, like what a freaking dream. And after that, my year is open to new opportunities really. I might base myself back in England and start looking to rent an apartment. I might carry on traveling, or I might base myself at home but do lots of short trips around Europe. I don't know. Though I am 24 now and I will be 25 by the end of September, and moving back in with my parents, that's not ideal. I'd like to be able to support myself, but at the same time, I want to be able to keep chasing my dreams and ambitions, but at what point is the line drawn? I don't know. And I know this is a debate that a lot of my subscribers are in the same position, so just so you know, I'm in the same boat. But yeah, honestly, I really have no idea what I'm going to be saying in a year's time from now, which is exciting. But my least favorite question is, hey Christiane, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Like, I don't know, why are you asking me that? Please go away. I like to take every day and opportunity as it comes. Thanks very much. And for those of you who are new here and your question is, Christiane, how are you affording to do all of this travel? I have started working as a freelance video producer, which means that I will be working on the road. It will mean that I need to take my travel a little bit slower than what most backpackers would probably be moving at the rate of, but it's most certainly a compromise that I am willing to take. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what your plans for 2018 are. Are you traveling anywhere cool? What's at the top of your bucket list for this year? Let me know. I wish you all the happiest of New Year's, and don't forget to comment down below your questions for the Q&A, which I'm going to be filming in the French Alps next week. That won't be my next video, but whatever my next video is, I will see you then. Bye!